To realize our development potential, we have to unshackle the human spirit of creativity, idealism, adventure and enterprise that our people possess in abundant measure. Our economy, polity and society have to be made extraordinarily resilient and alert if we are to take full advantage of the opportunities and to minimize the risks associated with the increasing globalization of economic processes. We have to accept the need for restructuring and reform if we are to avoid an increasing marginalization of India in the evolving world economy.
The 1990s heralded the most drastic shakeup of the Indian economy since independence. India was facing a balance of payments crisis and was on the point of defaulting on its international obligations. Foreign exchange reserves were dangerously low and drastic action was called for. In 1991, Finance Minister Manmohan Singh announced seminal changes through a new economic policy. The requirement for licenses and permits was drastically reduced. The country opened up to foreign investment, and protectionist import tariffs were reduced. The era of liberalization had dawned. Old economy businesses like the Mahindra Group, for the first time in decades, had global competition knocking at their doorstep. But there were also exciting new opportunities to adopt new technologies. Change was the name of the game, and the Mahindra Group rose to the challenge of liberalization. The first step was an overhaul of the entire organizational structure. The earlier functional structure was abandoned, and in 1994, in a radical shift, the company was reorganized into 6 sectors. Each sector was a business in itself, with accountability for its own bottom line. These changes heralded the birth of the Mahindra Federation. The federation structure continues to this day. Other changes followed. An IT spine linked the entire organization. Mahindra & Mahindra was the first company to have a computer on every desk. Manufacturing and business processes were completely overhauled with the introduction of business process re-engineering. Productivity-linked agreements were inked with the workers' unions. The flagship manufacturing business is upgraded and modernized and sought to learn from the best through partnerships with companies like Ford. And the group intensified its thrust into the service sector. The IT sector led the charge as it prepared to ride the boom in the telecom industry that would come in the next decade. The core values of the group were rediscovered and articulated. An inspiring core purpose, Indians are second to none, became the rallying cry that motivated people to get up and come to work in the morning. These were bold responses to the challenge of change. But there was a learning curve, and the market remained skeptical that companies like Mahindra could survive. Mahindra's profits and share price fell in the late 90s and the early 2000s. The company was even removed from the Sensex bellwether index during that period. Could Mahindra make a comeback? Would the group have the grit, the strength, and the innovation capability to succeed in the new millennium that was dawning?